This video is going to show you how you can put all of your service item descriptors in drop-downs. For example, if you have color, instead of typing in black, you can select black from a drop-down. So the default is text boxes for all your service item descriptors, but I'm going to show you this new feature where you can put it into drop-downs. We begin by going to the Admin Center. And let's take a peek at my service items I have defined. As you can see, I have my service items at a pretty high level: Dell, HP, iPhone, Samsung, and then from there I can define the model, the color, and other things like that. So it's pretty simple. These other items, such as color and model, are service item descriptors, or RepairTRAX lets you have up to 6 of them, all custom. So let's go take a look at what I've got. I'm going to go to Settings, and then scroll down to the service item settings area, where you have all the labels to define your service item. The first label is just called service item, and it is required. And then I have decided to use model, color, and passcode as my other labels to describe the item I'm servicing. The drop downs on the right allow me to select whether or not they're required or optional. Okay, now I'm going to scroll back up, and then let's see how these descriptors look when you're creating a ticket. So I'm going to jump to the new ticket wizard and do a search on a customer. Okay, I found myself. I have an iPhone, so I'm just going to expand the equipment list. Okay, I see my iPhone. It's a 5S. It's black. And if I click on the new ticket for this item icon, I can create a new ticket. So I'm going to do that. Okay, RepairTRAX knows who I am and knows I have an iPhone, so I'm going to scroll down to the service item area. Okay, I'm in the service item information area, and I see my iPhone, and I also see my model and color, but notice that they were typed in. They were typed in by hand. They didn't exist in the drop-down, and I decided I want to put, for example, color and model into drop-downs so that it's faster and easier for my techs and makes the tickets much more cleaner. So let's see how we do that. I'm going to scroll up and return to the main menu, and then go back to the admin area, and then click on Settings. Once I'm in Settings, I'm going to click Miscellaneous Lists, and then scroll down to the Service Item Descriptor Management area. Okay, here I am. This is the interface that allows me to define drop-downs. You can define drop-downs for the entire series of things you fix. For example, color goes across the board, whether you're fixing a Samsung Galaxy or an iPhone 5S or whatever. Color goes across the board, so it's applied to all service items, but then you can also define drop-downs that are specific to the individual service item, like iPhone. So let's just peek at the drop-downs first. Okay, on the far left we can see you can apply the drop-down to all service items or the particular items that you've defined in your service item list that we looked at the beginning of this video. The next column of drop-downs are the custom service item descriptor labels that I showed you at the beginning of the video. So let's take a look at those. Okay, here's our custom labels. There's model, color, and passcode. So we can choose any one of these to start defining our drop-downs. I'm going to show you now how to build a color drop-down for all service items across the board. Okay, pretty straightforward. I only have 3, and you can only add 3 at a time, but note that after you add 3, you can add 3 more, and then 3 more, and then 3 more. I was just trying to keep the interface kind of tiny and easy to use without being overwhelming. So now I'm going to click Submit. Okay, that should have saved our changes. Let's look and see what our changes look like. Okay, here's our small little color drop-down. Obviously I could add more colors, but not for this demo. And if you want to, you can edit the colors and or delete them from the drop-down using the same interface. But now I'm going to add some models to the iPhone. Let's see how that's done. Okay, pretty straightforward. Again, I could add more models, but for demo purposes, I'm only going to put in 3. Now let's click Submit to save that. Okay, now I'm going to scroll back down to the service item descriptor area. And there we see the models for the iPhone. Now I'm going to do a real quick thing for Samsung just to show you how when you change from model to model, the drop-downs change. Okay, that's good enough. Now I'm going to submit to save. And let's scroll down to take a quick peek. Okay, looks good. Now let's go to the ticket wizard. And do the same search on me. And expand the equipment list. Click the new ticket icon for this particular item. And I'm just going to scroll down to the service item area. Notice the change. Both model and color are now drop-downs for this particular service item, since I defined models for iPhone and colors for all service items across the board. Pretty cool. Let's take a quick peek at them. Okay, that looks right. There's my 3 models I defined. And this looks right. There's my 3 colors I defined. Cool. Now watch what happens if I change the service item. I'm going to pick Samsung, and the model drop-down should change. Let's see if that happens. It looks like it did. Let's check it out. Okay, there's the models for the Samsung. Pretty cool. And the colors remain across the board, as expected. Hope you enjoy it. Have a good day.